What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with our next attack strategy video, and this is on the GoHo. This is one that I should have remade probably long ago since I did make a GoHo video back in the day, but so much has changed in the game since then. Base design, army comp, deployment methods, it's all different now. And so every once in a while, these definitely have to be updated, redone, and I probably should have already done it, but I'm getting to it now. So hopefully it will help you guys. This one's going to be focused more on the anti 3-star base. If you run into just normal internet anti 2-star bases, the old GoHo video will really help you probably take care of most, if not all, of those type bases. So check it out if that's what you're looking for. If you're starting to run into these anti 3-star bases, these non-symmetrical, this is what you're going to want to look for. And basically, any Town Hall 9 can be 3-star with GoHo, with some form of GoHo, if you have the right troop composition, the right troop levels, if your heroes are high enough level. And I know I'm gonna get a million questions. What level do my heroes have to be? It's just a matter of what the base you're taking out, guys. If you're taking out a max base like this, max defense with high level heroes and high level walls, you need pretty high level heroes. That's just the way it is. Or at least it's gonna help. Maybe you don't have to, but you're gonna, it does help you get through the base a little quicker and gives you a little more room for error. So basically what we're gonna do is talk about how we always do. We're gonna look at about 3 bases. We're going to go over the techniques that the attacker used, ones that you can use, what you need to be looking for when you're breaking down your bases. Obviously, the big thing here is giant bombs, especially double giant bomb sets. That's what ruins your hog rates, guys. If you can take care of those strategically, if you can get in there, pre-trigger them, trigger them with your kill squad, or just path your hogs in a way to where they're not an issue, you're going to wreck so many bases. I mean, you see it all the time now, everywhere. La Lune is so less prevalent than it used to be, and GoHo is the thing. I mean, everyone is GoHoing. So hopefully this walks you through a lot of the things we look for, a lot of the techniques we use, and helps you guys start using it in your raids and getting 3-star attacks. So let's get started looking at the first base. All right, the first base we're going to look at here is one that Duce hit a while back. And one of the first things you want to do, or I guess the first thing you want to do when you're scouting a base, you're planning your GoHo attack, is decide the angle you want to approach to take the queen out. Obviously, in any hog attack, you've got to take the queen out. You've got to take the CC troops out. That's just step one. They've got to be gone before your hog attack starts. Otherwise, I mean, literally, a queen all by herself can completely ruin your hog raid. Hogs are going to be running around. They're going to be taking out defensive buildings. And especially when you got a level 20 queen staring at you, she's going to be taking them out just really, really quickly. So looking at this base, it's obvious that he wants you to come in from here. And a lot of people might think, oh, well, the queen's easy. I'm just going to drop a jump spell here, drop in my kill squad with my king and queen, take out the queen. The CC will come out, and I'll take it out as well. Well, no, that's not what you want to do. Obviously, that's the way the base is set up to encourage you to do that. The reason being is all of the traps are in the outside here. They're away from the queen. That's a common trap for base builders, especially ones that are just getting into the 3-star, anti-3-star game, is to do that because everyone goes for the queen. So be looking for that, and depending on how high your how high your hero levels are and how many tanks you're going to bring, will determine how much of the base you're going to take out as you approach that queen. So you see that Duce has very high, 30 maxed heroes, and he's bringing 2 golems and 2 witches. Now you can bring 1 golem and do it easy, depending on what your hero levels are. Go back to the how many golems should I bring video for that. You can bring 2 golems and do a shattered. And if you've got, maybe 20, level 15, level 20 heroes, or if you've got those really big beefy heroes, it's good to invest in them. We talked about it in that video. The more tanks you bring, the more time you're buying for your kill squad. Also, the more double bomb and giant bomb areas you're going to be able to eliminate. So looking at this base, it's unlikely, but you've got giant bomb possibility here, giant bomb possibility here. I guess you could say you've got it here. So 3 giant bomb possible spots, if you come in from this angle, are going to be taken out. And I know the queen's down here, and it's not the easiest way to get to her, but you have to use your kill squad for more than just taking out that queen and the CC troops. Once you take these out, what's left as far as giant bomb spots is here, here, and that's it for double bombs. I mean, honestly, that no one else would put them up in this area. You've eliminated 3 out of 5. or maybe just 2 out of 4. If you say this is not a viable spot, that's fine. You've still eliminated 2 out of the 4 spots. So from there, we've talked about it a lot. If you eliminate those spots, even if they're not there, even if you guess wrong and the giant bombs don't trigger, knowing that they're not there, now you can path, even on the fly, you can path your hogs in a way that is going to help you trigger the other ones one at a time. So you sort of know what you're dealing with at that point. So what Duce does is just drop a golem down. You're going to see he drops one pretty far down here, and then one on this corner, and just starts creating his funnel. Wizards, creates his funnel, wall breakers in right there, and then drops a jump spell right here. Now, let's talk about what he's going to do here. His kill squad is going to come through. They're obviously going to take out all of this area. This is going to be gone. Also, with the jump spell connecting there, they're going to take the queen out, and something's, golem, king, something's going to get into this area and take out this spot. But he's also eliminating this double bomb because his queen's going to step in the pocket, and she's going to take out this air defense. Once that air defense is done, unless you, for some unknown reason, deploy your hogs at this angle, there's no way they're going to path over those double giant bombs if they're there. So remember that when you're talking about eliminating double bomb spots, it would be no different than if you took out this wizard tower somehow miraculously, brought 3 lightning. I'm joking, don't do that. But if that defense is gone, then this double bomb spot is compromised. So you don't always have to trigger them or have something step on the giant bombs. Just taking out surrounding defenses also is eliminating that bomb spot. So he does that. He comes in, he gets the queen, he gets the CC, takes it all out, and then he just simply starts his hog deployment. Now, one thing I want you to notice is he's doing a surgical. I talked about the surgical video, so I'm not going to get to depth on that, but it makes a big difference. This being a viable, let me clear all this out of the way. This being a viable double bomb spot that he's still not taking out. Now, this is not a good double bomb setup. If you want to know more about why it's not, go to the base building video series, but you'll see in the attack why it's not. If he comes in at this angle right here, he ends up coming in with this surgical a little bit too quickly, in my opinion, because they come in and take these defenses out basically at the same time. But if he just came in with a 2-finger drop right here, these hogs are going to path from here to the cannon and then to the wizard tower. If he drops a heal right there, that double bomb spot's null and void. It doesn't matter anymore because the bomb's going to trigger one at a time. The hogs are going to get healed back up. As they run through, they're going to trigger the next bomb. They're going to get healed back up. So all you have to do is know how to path your hogs in. Now, Duce doesn't do that. He starts a surgical, but because it's not a good double bomb spot, they come in, they work their way this direction, these work their way this way, and these hogs go here, and these hogs go here, and only one bomb even ends up triggering. There is a double set there, but because it's such a bad setup, they just don't trigger the second one, just path right around it basically. And then he just reinforces as he goes, more surgical, and dropping heals in the spots where he needs it. Just take care of your hogs at that point. Obviously, have a hawkeye. If you don't know where the bombs are, be watching for them in any of these openings. They could be a single bomb that could really mess up your raid if you don't have a heal for them. So make sure you've got enough heals to carry your hogs through. Duce ended up bringing 3 because he did not bring a rage for the CC kill. So it's just a matter of taking care of your hogs. Once you bite off enough of the base with your kill squad, eliminate some of the double giant bomb spots, take out the queen, take out the clan castle, and then start deploying your hogs. So let's watch Duce do it, and then we'll come back and look at another base. All right, here we come with Duce's attack. Again, remember, based on your hero level, based on your how many tanks you're going to bring, decide how much of that base you want to bite off, how many double bomb spots it's possible for you to eliminate. And that's something that's going to come with practice. It's going to come with just getting the feel of your troop abilities, what they can handle. So make sure that that's something that you consider at least. It goes back to the how many golems should I bring? If you're bringing those extra golems, make sure you're getting an extra bomb spot for it. Make sure you're being able to take out a little bigger section of the base for that investment that you're making. But you see the troops just walking through here, taking out that first compartment. The CC troops start coming out, and there you see the jump spell going down. Again, he doesn't have to jump into that original, that air defense compartment, because once that air defense goes down, that potential double bomb spot is eliminated. You see that the CC troops are coming out. They're getting taken down pretty quickly here. The queen is down already. That king, defensive king, is making a little noise in there, but he's going to go down too. The queen's taking care of everything. And again, here comes the hog deployment already coming in. You see that I was talking about on the right side here, those hogs sort of caught up, took out that wizard tower first, And here they go. They're going to sort of both path around. Some go to the core, some go out. Right there, only one bomb triggers off. Sending the rest of the hogs in, dropping that second heal, just keeping them up. You see the queen completely eliminating that need for any troops to go into that air defense, that air sleeper core area. No need for the hogs to go there now. So had there been bombs there, no big deal. There wasn't, but there could have been. Right there, you'll see, sorry about the internet thing there. Right here at the end, all the Teslas popping there, that's sort of a good thing. That just means that there's no giant bombs in those openings. There's Teslas there, so he has to deal with that. He doesn't have a heal for him, but he's got plenty of hogs left over. You see that last bomb popping right by the Tesla. That can be deadly. You got to be careful on that. Some of his hogs were out of range. That's that surgical power, staying away from it and finishing things off at sort of different times. So absolutely wrecked that base. Very good job to do, Jay. I hope you guys picked up a few tips from that one. But we will now go back, look at another base, a little bit different style, and talk about it and how that is an option. There's lots of options on this. You got to just break the base down. Each base is an individual. Let's check it out. All right, here's the next base we're going to look at. Roko's the attacker, and he does something just a little bit different. They're all pretty similar, but he brings the 3 golems. He does have only level 20, 21 heroes, but that's high enough to put a good investment in. When you're talking about Town Hall 9 attacking, that's when you're into the range of, quote, high-level heroes. When you break that 20-20, you're bringing pretty hefty heroes, so it's okay to invest in them. Give them a tank, put something out in front of them, and let them do a lot of damage to the base. For those of you guys that have been around long enough or maybe caught the previous GoHo video, How to GoHo, we talked a lot about back then about just drawing a line across the base and saying, okay, this is what my kill squad's responsible for down here on the bottom, and the top is what my hogs are responsible for. And that still plays. I mean, that is a good system to use to sort of get in your mind, okay, how much kill squad do I need to bring to do that? And then once you arrive at that conclusion, here's what I think I need for a kill squad to accomplish that. How many hogs do I have? And is that enough to take out the rest of the base? Sometimes the answer is no, and you need to go back to the drawing board and figure out where you can be more efficient, because if I only had 12 hogs left over to take out the rest of this base, there's no way they're going to get it done. There's going to be spring traps, there's going to be bombs, there's going to be some that you just lose to defenses. So you've got to be realistic about it, and you got to learn how to do that. The one thing I really like about this attack is the way that he takes out the 2 most likely double bomb spots in the base with his kill squad. If you can do that, guys, you've got the base if you just don't mess up from there. You see right here and right here. That's it. I mean, those 2. Yes, there's other possible double bomb spots, but as you can tell, I mean, once you learn a little bit about base design and how people set their bases up, those 2 are the spots. That's where he's trying to get your hogs to cross along these paths in that the long side of the bombs, as we call it, and not come in and trigger them one at a time. So knowing that, Roko comes in from the bottom. He deploys 3 golems just down here at the bottom, letting them do the tanking, letting his wizards create his funnel, all that normal stuff. And then he wall breakers right here. So that's perfect. Once that's done and he drops this jump right here, there's no question. His queen's going to step up. His golems are going in. They're going to take out at least, let's say, these defenses. Well, once those 2 defenses are down, the air defense and the archer tower, those giant bombs are basically nullified. More than likely, they're going to get in there and actually step on them and trigger them. But the queen's going to come over. She's going to step in. He's going to be able to take her out. It's just the perfect angle to take on this base. And again, the more tanks you bring, the higher level heroes you have, the longer journey you can make to that queen. You see, this is on the opposite side. I mean, he's literally coming in opposite the queen. He's not coming in the easy way on this side right there in her direction. If he did, he would only be able to eliminate this one, and then the other one would still be there. Now, that being said, Roko does something that I would not have done on this base, but it does work out, and it does illustrate a good point of a very useful technique when you're doing hog attacks. As he comes in, he wall breakers in, his troops are all moving up, he drops the jump spell, everything's going great. Sees the troops come out, they're going down, he drops the rage for them, the queen's down, everything's going perfectly, and he goes ahead, this is all dead, like this. He goes ahead and he sends he's in the giant in because he's doing surgical, and he sends his first group of hogs, just a group here and a group here. Now, what I would call that in the situation is just a sacrificial group. He has no intentions of ever healing those hogs. He has basically given them to this double giant bomb set to say, hey, if there is a double bomb set there, and maybe he knew it was there, maybe this was a cleanup attack. It's been way too long for me to know that. But even if there is a known double bomb set there, he's just sacrificing that group of hogs. They're going to kill these, they're going to run across, and they're going to trigger it. And what that's going to do is protect the other 18 of his hogs that he's going to send in on this base. They don't have to worry about that anymore. The reason I said I wouldn't have done it is because I think he had a golem here beating on this. Once that died, he would have crossed it. I think he would have died. Then he could have sent in some hogs there. I think he could have, he didn't have to sacrifice those hogs on this base. But there will be times that the sacrifice is necessary, and it is a very good technique when it is. You sacrifice that small group to protect the large group. From there, he just starts sending in more surgical hogs, working around the base this direction, just reinforcing all along the way. And you see, guys, that he really doesn't have much to worry about at this point. Again, this is dead. The queen actually steps up into this pocket once everything else is out of the way. But there's no real double bomb threats up here. He's got 2 heals. That's all he really needs. He just needs to drop them in these areas where he knows there could be bombs. When you see Teslas pop, and just protect your hogs at that point. Now, one other thing I want you guys to watch at the start of this attack, when he starts in and everything is moving into the base, he has a golem here, he has a golem down here, they're all tanking. This is targeting on that golem. He drops 1 hog right here. Beautiful. That's just like back in the day when we used to do 1-for-1 trade with balloons, guys, on Holo Wee Wee attacks. If you can send a hog in on a defense and no other defense is in range of that one where they're going to be shooting your hogs. So in this case, this archer tower is out of range. This archer tower is out of range. The queen's out of range. These are focused on the golem. Nothing can hit that hog. Look for those when you're scouting your base. Look for those in the planning stages to where you say, hey, I can dump that 1 hog in there and it's going to take him out. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Always worth it. Every time, no question. Don't care what the defense is. It's always worth it. So be looking for that. Let's watch Roko do this live. All right, here we go with Roko's attack. Coming in with the 3 golems, doing the tanking for all of that point defense out front there. And again, look how quick this attack is. That goes back to the power of surgical hogs, guys. When you do it right, defenses go down so quickly, the bases just disappear. Right here, look at that 1 hog on that mortar up there. Beautiful. Nothing's touching it. It simply gets to take that out for free. That's perfect. Always be looking for that. But right there, you see, he just gives a little bit of patience, lets the trash get completely cleared out of the way, drops that Knight's Rage spell, getting that queen taken care, or excuse me, that king taken care of, letting the CC troops start to come out, and then right there goes in and drops a poison on that 1 wizard, probably a wasted poison. Actually, I just held on to that, but still, the queen's in the pocket. She's standing in that range. She's taking out those CC troops right here. Here's the sacrificial hogs. Drops that giant. Few hogs go in. I wouldn't have done it. I'd have held on to it. You see the golem in just a moment. It's going to be over there. It's going to start working its way towards that air defense because the hogs evaporate. Right here. Golems come over. They would eventually got it, in my opinion. No big deal, though. You see he's coming in from the top, surgical deployment all the way around the base, and then dropping that heal on the high HP building where that Tesla pop, where that giant bomb was, just taking care of his hogs. He's got 1 more heal in the bag. Honestly, didn't need it. I mean, look at this. I don't even know if he drops it on this attack. Completely held on to it because of the fact that he came in from all different angles. Only a small group of hogs were affected by that heal. Does it with 1 swag heal to spare. Very impressive attack by Roku. Let's look at 1 more of these guys and we will wrap this up. All right, looking at the last base here, this one's a little bit different. The 2 that we've looked at previously were offset queens. And when a defender puts an offset queen, what he does is makes you make a decision as an attacker. He makes you decide how much of this base, how far of a journey can I take with my tanks that I'm bringing, with my hero levels, with my kill squad to get to that queen. Everyone knows you have to take the queen out, but how strong is my kill squad and how much do I want to invest in that kill squad to make that journey potentially across the base, at least a longer than just jumping right in towards her. But when someone makes the mistake of having a centralized queen, it's dealer's choice. I mean, you can come in from any angle you want to and easily get to the queen. 1 set of wall breakers, 1 jump spell from any angle on this base, and the queen's going to aggro and she's going to come out to you. So when you have that option as an attacker, really scout the base out. Look at this base, guys. Double giant bomb, double giant bomb. The only 2 spots in the base that make any sense. So where do you want to come from? Obviously from that side. Sam just brings a golem here, a golem here. They're going to do the tanking. Wizards create the funnel. Wall breaker in right here, and then drops a jump spell. Now look at the placement of this jump spell. He doesn't just jump right, right towards that queen right there. He wants to direct his troops to that secondary double giant bomb set. He's obviously going to get this one when he comes in, but as the jumps on this direction, it's going to force his golems, his king, his queen, whatever, into this other section to take out this other potential set. When he does that, obviously the queen's going to engage, the king's going to come in, take it out, and then from there it is just hogging. If you can eliminate literally the only double bomb possibilities in the base, guys, you've got it pretty much whipped. All you got to do is get your hogs down, keep them healed up, and you're going to be all right. So what Sam does is just a two-finger drop, coming in here and here, just starts, and the actual third double bomb, or excuse me, the actual third single bomb is right there. He's got a double set here, he's got a single bomb right there, and he's got a single bomb right there. So he just drops a heal down, two-finger drop on his hogs, and from there he literally has no bombs left in the entire base. Everything else is cleared out. All he's got to do is just wait for his hogs to get low on health, drop a heal on them, and that's that. He did bring the two witches. You know, again, just as I think on this one as a precaution. There's no other reason to bring it. I mean, two golems could easily do this with these high-level heroes, but even if one skeleton just takes this jump and runs over here to this expo, that eliminates the bomb. So he doesn't have to have his golems. If the golems are over here working on this side, he doesn't have to have a golem go through there or a hero, even one little skeleton. Plus, it just offers that little bit of extra tanking, that little bit of extra time for your heroes. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll watch Sam do this, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, here we go with Sam's attack. Again, just coming in with both of those golems, letting them start to tank for all the point defense, and then creating the funnel with his wizards, clearing out all those trash buildings, and then boom, wall breakers start coming in. Once that's done, the king and queen are safe to go down. Witches first, of course, because he's got those for extra tankage. Drops the queen, and then the king here shortly to follow. Just wants to make sure those CC troops are not targeting his king. But notice the placement of the jump spell, directing those troops to that secondary double giant bomb possible spots. Right there, you see in that first spot, boom, instantly goes down double giant bombs. Now he's got two of the four out of the way. Those defenses are down, and right there you see that third giant bomb. So now the king's about to target the queen, uses the king's ability, she goes down. CC troops are dead, queen's dead. 3 of the 4 giant bombs are dead, and he's got a bunch of hogs with 2 heals. Guys, if you get to that point, you've got the leg up, and if someone is going to give you, I'm sorry, I misdrew that last giant bomb. It's right down there between the archer right there. If you get this to this position and the defender lets you choose which angle you come from, it should be pretty easy to get to this position. All you got to do is drop your hogs down, keep them up with a few heal spells, and that is going to be that. You see just dropping that last heal spell amongst all those defenses, his hogs joining back up there, but again, all the threats gone because of all the giant bombs being eliminated. Even with those skeletons we talked about before, without a hog standing in heal, skeletons mean very, very little. So they're going to take out the last few defenses. That's going to be a 3-star. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this has helped you. Some tips that maybe you didn't think of or didn't know about, different ways to think about a base when you're scouting it, when you're planning it. GoHo is where it's at. You can GoHo pretty much anything. You just got to get the right attack at the right angle, the right troop composition, and you're going to get a bunch of 3-stars. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from One Hive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.